Hey everybody, how's it going? BeyondDrewTV here, joined as always with SDanWolf as we're here for another Take Two podcast in Planet Coaster. SDan, how's it going, buddy?
SDan? Who?
SDan?
What?
Oh, wait, who are you?
What is this?
What is this? Yeah, hey, welcome to Lunawood, everyone. And no, it's not Take Two podcast. I'm just throwing shit. It's HardPunkKore and Lunawood. What the heck? What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, it's been quite a while, but we're back.
We do this a lot, don't we? Where we're like, here's 3 episodes, and then we're gonna take a break. So, but this one is my fault. Like, I will take that full on the nose. This one is fully my fault because I fell out of love with Planet Coaster there for a little bit. Basically, is the long and short of it. But yeah, I've explained this a few times on streams in different places. But yeah, modding and TMTK pieces, a lot of fun stuff there have kind of piqued my interest and a lot of other people's interest too. And Planet Coaster's kind of going through a fun little like renaissance period right now. So yeah, it felt like the perfect time to go ahead and of course resurrect everyone's favorite ongoing longest park ever at this point, Lunawood.
Yeah. It's got to be almost 3 years at this point.
I know, we suck. We're the worst. But we'll get it done. We'll finish it before Planet Coaster 3, at least.
Or 4.
Or 4, yeah. We won't even put 2 on the horizon there. So, but anyways, last time we were hanging out, we were looking at, we looked at my little area over here that I just got done doing, or this big
If you guys
area.
might remember from a whole way back machine.
Yeah, exactly. Go look at the past episode or whatever. So
it was a nice, lovely area that Drew built called Centerville.
Centerville, yes, based around old 1920s Prohibition era town with cops and bootleggers and just all that fun stuff there. But yeah, that was a fun little area to do it and everything. But
the newest area of the park, chronologically speaking.
Yes, that's why it's so well themed, and there's just like a story actually going into it. Because you see, again, like we mentioned this last time, I think, but a lot of parks like Cedar Point or Cedar Fair in general, and kind of even Six Flags a little bit, which is surprising. But they're even kind of diving into the story mechanics of lands and stuff like that, because they see that people actually like cohesive story and theming and stuff, not just like big coaster is cool. So yeah, we kind of did the same thing with Lunawood here. But
I still like big coaster is cool, but
I know I do too, but. Sometimes big coaster is cool, and I'm Batman, so like that's it's personal now. But that was that was really, really fun to do, and great to see the future of Lunawood kind of thing in that build. But yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what Mr. HBK did back in June. I saw this was from June that you uploaded this, so this build is a little bit old.
Ago.
Yeah, we're just every 6 months. But
5 months because we're only at the beginning of December.
Sure, there we go. We'll give ourselves a little bit of credit, right? So It was only 5 months this time, everyone, not 6. So shut up. But yeah, we're gonna start over again. We're starting by the area that we were that just got built because you went ahead and kind of finished out. Let's get an overhead view here of the go-kart area over here, and this fun little multi-level pathing system too. Yeah.
So for those of you that remember back to the last episode of Lunawood, I don't even know what number we're on at this point. Yes, 25, 26, 32, 85, whatever it is. But during the Centerville episode, Drew actually laid down the basis of the go-kart, and he was actually going to do it, but I guess time constraints or whatever it was, maybe you needed to get some zoo work done or something. I wasn't sure, but you just left it there, and I said, I have a great idea. Let me take care of it. And so that's what you see here before you.
Heck yeah. So I don't know how common this is in like European parks or other parks not in the United States, but I feel like every park that I've gone to either has had or still has a upcharge go-kart attraction.
Yeah,
or they've
which
even
is
taken the
weird
upcharge
that
out.
it's upcharge because I know for a fact Great Adventure has an upcharge go-kart track. It's behind what used to be their 4D theater.
Yeah, I think Great America's is kind of in the same spot, to be honest with you. Really kind of just... And it's such a weird thing, like, I mean, I guess you see them at like family fun parks and stuff like that, like older kind of amusement parks. But like, it's such a weird thing to see in like, again, like a Great Adventure, like a full-on big fleshed out theme park. And it's like, yeah, a go-kart track. I don't. It just seems weird to me to have it in a theme park or amusement park kind of thing. But alas, you know, there we go.
Yeah, I mean, just going back to Great Adventure for those of your new viewers, that's my home park in New Jersey, Jackson, New Jersey, and like I said, it's literally behind what used to be the 4D theater. If you didn't know the go-kart track was there, you could completely miss it and never even know
really?
it was there.
Perfect. So did you take a lot of inspiration from that go-kart track, or did you have like other...
I mean, I took a little bit more inspiration from a more local... We have a Blackbeard's Cove down in
nice.
Bayville,
mini putt.
And it's literally like a family... Like, they got a Ferris wheel, a go-kart track, and then some other little things, like super, super little things, and then an arcade. And
just like a family fun park or local family.
And their track is like literally like 2 figure eights where it goes over and under on the way back.
I mean, sure.
And but I mean, we didn't want to mess with the terrain too much because it gets out of scale really quick when you go up.
We don't
and
have the room over here. You're kind of packed into a little tight spot between Iron Wolf and the pathing.
We just kept it real basic. You know, we figured this was probably an early 90s edition, you know, probably one of the first few editions that Luna Parks did when they bought the park in the late 80s, early 90s. And
yeah, it's just kind of hung out ever since then.
With the invert that's over there, Shredder, being one of the big ones of that era.
Right. And I think you kind of see...
You know, some boardwalk style eateries next to the track there, so you know people who aren't on the go-karts can watch their kids or family or friends go around or whatever.
You know what's great about this is as you're sitting there, like enjoying your gelato or pizza, whatever, you can just, you're just gonna be sitting there smelling burnt tires and like gas and
oil.
Yeah, just terrible, like, and just so loud whenever they pass by and stuff. Like, it would just be the best / worst place in the park. Like, it would be awesome to hang out here because you get to see all the like coasters around you, but then again, it's just like, it'd be so. But yeah, and I know we've talked about this a lot, about things that we would think would be like removed or like replaced, kind of as the future of Lunawood kind of went forward. And I think this would be an area that would be kind of considered to be looked at kind of thing. Just like the Kittyland area is kind of going to be looked at. I think a lot of parks are kind of taking these out, or it's, you know, they take up a pretty good section of track, especially when you have, you know, Raptors and different coasters like that are really compact that can fit into this kind of area. That's I think that a lot of parks are going to start to get rid of them, or they already are starting to get, and they're expensive, and like we were saying, all those things, you know, gas guzzlers. Right, exactly.
Because it's expensive for the park to maintain. They got to buy gas for the engines.
Yep.
And,
tires.
They got to maintain the go-karts, and which is why you got the garage there, and
I love
you got
this.
Tires there, and you know that little bit of a backstage. You know, obviously, you know, it's where they're maintaining everything, and
yep. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, again, it's just kind of I love the I didn't see this whole scene you set up here with all the tires and everything, and cables. That's really good. That's really good. You have first-hand experience there, so you know.
Yeah, I used to be an auto mechanic, so I kind of had ideas for what I was looking for, and you know, knew what would look good in this kind of scene. So.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, and then speaking of Backstage, you kind of, I guess is a good little segue into, you kind of kept going with the Backstage work, behind, like, inside and, behind Iron Wolf there and everything.
Yeah, because this was, it was just a matter of when it was going to get done, and being that I was working over here, and, you know, just kind of finished it all up, and, yeah, you know.
May as well.
I know you're the king of Backstage, but you know, I did what I could.
I mean, shoot, man, it works. A lot of concrete, random stuff everywhere. You know, nice. The back of and what's great, I think we talked about this before, but what's great is like as you're on Iron Rattler, like of course Iron Wolf.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to be focused on the coaster, but you know, as you're going up this magnificent lift hill, you just take a nice look left. You're like, oh. yeah, that's nice. Just all the backstage buildings, people, but that, again, that's very Six Flags, that's very Cedar Point or Cedar Fair Parks or whatever,
Yeah.
It's just whatever, here's our backstage, we don't care. So cool. But anything else you want to talk about with the?
Yeah, just go back to the other side of the go-kart, right behind where you're at.
Sure.
That upper tier path there, which just a quick. That's where the bathroom is for the area, the little blue building.
Okay.
And then there's also another meetup spot here, one of those patented. Hey, let's meet up by the bathroom. The sign is there, which is still a placeholder until we can get something better.
I know, we still have to think of something for that. It's been 3 years.
It's got a little overlook area for the brand new coaster.
Love that. That's so cool. Like you'd get, I would love.
You get up close and personal. I mean, it's the end of the coaster, and it's not really going that fast as it goes into the final brake run, but you still get to see it zip through the trees and stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's I love those little kind of vista points and everything like that. So.
And then it wraps around, and if you go to the north a little bit. Like I said, it's cool because we haven't done anything like that with the terrain and having like a bi-level path, so it was cool to be able to take advantage of that for really the first time.
Yeah, I think this is like the first time we've done like proper good rock work in Lunawood because we finally have started to mess with the terrain. So. Yeah. Awesome. And yeah, in the, I guess we'll talk about it now because it's back there and it's empty. But the next build for Lunawood, kind of randomly talking about it, is going to be the Skyrocket 2 over here. And yeah, speaking of terrain changes, can't wait to show that off. Because I did a lot of different kind of terrain changes for that coaster too. I think it's from playing all the Planet Zoo because you're always doing terrain work in Planet Zoo. So I'm just like, yeah, let's do it in Planet Coaster too. So.
Yeah, and the work that you've done so far looks great. Unfortunately, you guys will have to stay tuned for the next episode to see that. Which there will be a next episode.
There will be. It's being worked on right now, so it'll probably be like that episode, then 2 more. And then we'll take another 6-month break, but no, we're going to really try not to do that. So cool. But yeah, with all that, should we move on to the next area?
I mean, if you just want to hover across just a few other things to talk about, I put a ride in the interior over here and connected path up to it, so now we don't have guests in the park, and I think the park is actually paused at the moment. But,
no, it's running, but
it is running.
No guests.
But yeah, people actually will now go into the 4D theater, and it will actually look like it functions. I put some stuff on the outside, so it gives guests a reason to walk up there. Obviously, those stairs are fake, and I couldn't get it to connect and make it look good, so I just left it. But they walk up the other side there by Schwackhammer, and I believe there's also a restaurant in there, so it actually gets fairly busy up there.
I like that, and that's, I love that, there is a nice little restaurant in there. As great as, the facade looks and everything, it just adds so much more character when you can actually have people interacting with, the great, awesome stuff that SDan. And those of you that don't know, Mr. SDanWolf, he built this for us in Lunawood there. So you can tell, like right when I mentioned it's SDan, I'm sure a lot of you are like, yeah, that is an SDanWolf build because he has that such unique kind of flair to his build. So really cool that they can actually interact with that.
Yeah.
And also, speaking of SDan's build, I know you said you kind of took his Break Rock Falls and did some upgrades.
I just made it a little bit more efficient, so because we were only able to have I think 6 or 7 log boats go because the entrances were at the back end instead of the front, so it just took forever for guests to get in, get off before the next boat can go. So I just redid a little bit of the pathing and redid a little bit of the siding, but pretty much a little bit of cleanup, but for the most part it remains untouched.
An SDan build.
Yeah.
What's funny is this is like Planet Coaster history here a little bit. You remember when gemstones as windows were the big thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. I mean,
they look good because that's what he was going for.
Yeah, they have that was like the old Western kind of
that really
glossy,
bad foggy glass.
Right, and you're right. It looks so good with. I almost forgot that was a technique to do. I need to bring that back for some older window-looking builds. But really, really good. Again, like you said, it's pretty much still all SDan there, and all his build. He just kind of cleaned it up and made it a little bit more efficient, I guess.
Yeah.
So Awesome.
I think I did some lighting too. I can't remember or not. I can't. It was 6 months ago.
We'll turn off the lights still, just because. Just because, race car. There we go. And just because it looks really good at night. Oh, you know what we need? We totally have to get some spotlights up on the.
Oh yeah, we'll have to definitely put spotlights up there.
Definitely, but I love the ambient lighting that we have going on for the station building and everything.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. So cool. All right, did I miss anything else over here, or
I think that's pretty much everything I did. The go-karts, and then the few little updates with other stuff. So we can go to the main meat and potatoes of the build, because I think we touched on the go-karts at the end of the last episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we had showed like the basis of it,
because I think it was partly built already, actually.
Right. Yep. No, I think you're right, and I think we had the little kiosks out there, and just the idea was there. But now, I got to see the again. We'll just hover over here. But I got to see the final product. So cool. You know what it's time for? We get to do an awesome Lunawood tradition right now.
This is a great tradition.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and whoosh over. What? So that was an extra one because we haven't done it in a while. So. But yeah, classic Lunawood will push over to kind of in Matejake's area. Wanted to start here just because it's beautiful. I love this area, so I just wanted to start here. But in the background, holy heck, there's a bunch of giant mechanical robots flinging in the air with people in them. What the heck's going on back there?
Let's go take a walk-see.
Let's go take a walk-see and see. Cool, so as we go back this way, go underneath the sky wheel and everything, start to, this area is finally done up, and man, it looks really good. Really good here. So we have so this area here, let's go ahead and look at the whole thing here. This is just like, I know like usually we kind of have like a theme, quote unquote, or like a vibe with it, but I guess you just say this is amusement park. This is just there's rides.
Yeah, kind of traditional. It kind of because you're coming either around the bend from the wharf or around the other bend from Shredder, so it's kind of like a neutral area.
Yeah, just like a little pocket that had like land available.
Yeah,
so.
and the way that I had gotten it, the area with the. What is that called? I forget what that ride is called all the time.
Which one?
The older one up in the front here, the yellow one.
Oh, the Revolution.
Revolution or the whatever it's called.
Whatever the real world one is, yeah.
Roundup, not a Roundup.
Top Spin.
Top Spin. There you go. The obviously this area is older. It's a little bit more boxier and got a nice backdrop that hides the backstage that's directly behind it.
Right.
And
this feels like a fairground type thing where you like all your friends would stand out front there and like yell at you as you're on the ride, like you suck, you're on the ride. Like,
and to the right of it, there's like a little tree with a memorial that you actually built that I was able to fashion to it.
Finally, I think I built this like 2 years ago. This little plaza tree thing.
Been sitting in the graveyard forever.
Yeah, and that's what's great about the Lunawood build is like we have a little graveyard that we delete every single time before recording, so y'all don't see it. But whenever we're building, we just go back to like, oh, that's nice. Oh, I remember this. And we just like plop it into random builds. So it's like, who builds anymore? We just take random stuff already built.
Yeah, I was able to throw that in there, and you got a little bit of foul because I forget what that's hiding something with the terrain. But
is it okay?
Yeah,
it's perfect.
I had to do something. It kind of feels out of place, but kind of feels nice at the same time.
Right.
But it was hiding something. I couldn't. Whatever. That doesn't matter. But like it kind of fits with the tree and the tiled brickwork and the floor and
right. Yeah.
And then you got an older style eatery right here, and as you can see. The burrito and whatever the drink place is. It's more in line with the Lunawood style build.
Like that American Adventure type.
Yeah, the American Adventure, because technically this is still American Adventure. This was actually the last section of it that was blank. Now we can say that American Adventure is officially 100% complete. Yay!
Finally, it took us 3 years.
Yeah, but like you see, originally back there it was all behind the fence, we could say it was all backstage, because there is a main road that goes back there too. We'll get to it in a minute. But they just they tore up some of the greenery and grass, put down a pallet of cement, and threw in a couple of buildings, or redid a couple of buildings to use them for guest purposes instead of
And here's
backstage.
that fence you're talking, just that brown backstage covering fence. And yeah, they just opened it up, and all right, we have some room now. So
I mean, Great Adventure essentially did the same thing with their version of this ride. I think they call it the Lasso of Truth. It was, I mean, they just threw it in there, and
there's some room. We just made it.
Yeah.
No, okay, that makes sense. I like that. That's a good little backstory for it.
But I mean, like I said, just like bathroom, so there's the bathroom, and like you see, the front half of it is painted like bathroom blue, but the back half of it is, is not.
Exactly. Like, so it totally used to be like some sort of staff building that they just like retrofitted into or whatever. You know, just cheaply threw it down.
And then they threw in some midway games. These are made by Fisherman. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Fisherman.
And the basketball was modified. I think that was Jaunty's, which they were over in the boardwalk section, but we figured why not reuse them? It's so far away.
Right. Oh, yeah, here they are. I see what you're saying. Yep. And then
it connects to the backstage on the one side of it. So.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yep, exactly. And then this building next to it I can only describe as like a bank. It looks like a bank.
Almost. Yeah, you see, by me where I live, by the Asbury Park Convention Hall, there's this round building, and that's exactly what it looks like. But it's a huge restaurant.
Nice.
So that's essentially what this is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's 3 main entrances across the front of it on each angle, and the path connects so guests can walk in through all the doors. And it just goes to, I think there's a bathroom. No, there isn't a bathroom because there's one right there, but there's a restaurant in there.
Nice.
And then
it reminds.
I love the vending machines, so I try to use them as much as possible now. I got them over here, and then they're also on the other side by the entrance to...
I see.
And then they're also next to the other end of the building, too, by the dead-end path right on the opposite side of the fence. If you just...
Really? Yeah.
To the left.
To the left.
Right by the Gulpy sign.
Right by the Gulpy sign. I don't know where we're at. I saw these, but I don't know where the other ones are.
Right around the corner of the building.
Right there.
There you go.
I did it. I don't have a park map. I'm sorry. I left my park map in the car.
So, I love the vending machines, and any chance I can put them somewhere. Because you see vending machines literally everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And we kind of got them too late, so we didn't get to use them to their full potential, but... Now that we
just
have
kind of sporadically, like putting them in whenever we can, kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. And I want to know, and I love these kind of rides. This
is a good ride. This is a good fun ride. I enjoy. I love. My girlfriend didn't like it, but I did.
I love how you put it right over the queue line here. So if you're I can just imagine sitting here, just like, whoa.
Well, that's exactly how they did it at Great Adventures. So there's my inspiration for it. And I'll tell you, when that thing gets going. You feel the wind blow at you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, they get going like, I think this is the biggest one, but like 60 miles an hour, some of them get going, or like, 40 to 50 miles an hour is kind of like the norm when it really gets, up there and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I had my hat blow off when it... Yeah.
Nice. And then real quick, I wanted to definitely note on your backstage, because look at you, man. Your backstage is...
I've been looking at yours, so...
There, yeah, right there. You
go. Like this one's a little bit more tighter. Some of the buildings I think I reused of yours. There's our shed that's everywhere.
The shed,
the most important building everywhere.
Yeah, this thing is, and it's gonna make an appearance in the new build too. So, the most overworked shed in Lunawood,
another one of those that vinyl top makeshift garages.
Oh, I love these things. They're so good. I rebuilt this in Planet Zoo to a certain extent for backstage buildings. These are really good too. I like the little Transformers and stuff. I think these are off the workshop.
Those are in the I forget. I have those in my my blueprints. I forget the creator that made them. Sorry, buddy, you're not going to get a shout out, but
chances are you don't play Planet Coaster anymore.
They were one of the first ones to be made when the game didn't have the studios.
Right. And it looks really good still, especially with the decaling on the side and everything. So yeah, absolutely. So cool. And then here's that, like we were talking about before, that main road that connects to Backstage. It's this big old black tarmac road that kind of cuts in between. I suck. What's the name of this right again? Thunderbolt. Yeah. I almost call it Shockwave. Thunderbolt. Yeah, kind of cuts the Thunderbolt and the rest of the American Adventure section of the park off.
Yeah, just like there's gates. At some point, we're going to cut it off. Probably. I don't know if we'll do another ride back here or if it's just going to be all fencing and then. But this area is pretty much built up. I mean, we don't really need to do more here. I mean, unless if somebody has an idea, then go right at it. But we could put a gate right at the edge there and cap this area off. And
we'll probably do that just because at this point, like, we're ready to finish Lunawood and move on to new. Like, I don't want to make it, because whenever I mention that, like, and I do that in Planet Zoo, and people are like, oh, you don't like building in your zoo anymore? I'm like, no, it's not that. It's just we're 3 years into building this project. We have it in our heads and physically, like, we have it mapped out, ready to go, like ready to build. So, like, sure, we will take recommendations for new things, but chances are we're going to move them to the next projects that we are planning for this kind of world that we're building here. So, but yeah, so we're so ready to be done with it and built up.
Realistically speaking, there's 2 coasters left that we're going to do, and that one coaster isn't going to even have its own area. The other coaster is pretty much just got an alleyway with another flat ride, maybe another building or so. And then the other one is just going to be, that's not the Skyrocket 2, but it's going to be similarly built off that similar path.
Yep.
And it's that one will be a terrain coaster, so that one will be fun when we get to it. That's actually the only one left to build.
Yeah, that's true. That's the only one that you.
The other coaster for Drew's, streaming fans, they know that's a hyper coaster. So that one's already been built, and that's been built for a while. We just gotta get to that area, which we might be able to do sooner rather than later, I think.
Yeah, no, I think, again, like, I know we mention this every time we come back from break, but, like, we're really pumped. Again, the modding community and everything that they are doing are really, like, energizing HPK, myself, and the rest of the Lunawood build crew to, like, really like Planet Coaster again, basically. And again, big shout out to Idro and Distance and a few other of you guys that I'm forgetting your names, and I apologize. To the TMTK people that have been sticking with Team TK this whole time, because they've been releasing some just, oh my gosh, beautiful items that are just so theme parky. That really brought me back as well too. So yeah, big shout out to all those people kind of doing behind the scenes work with Planet Coaster still to this day, because your work is paying off. It's bringing back, like myself and others that haven't played the game or thought about playing the game in a long time. It even looks like we might get some sort of Bro Nation, or the Bros might be doing another park because of all the new stuff there. So yeah, it's a good time. It's a fun time to be back in Planet Coaster, and y'all can honestly, you can look forward to Lunawood being wrapped up here in the next not too long. I really feel like we're going to wrap it up. And even
possibly maybe another park after that. It definitely wouldn't be on the scale of this.
No, we were literally just talking about it beforehand, how, we, can't wait for Planet Coaster 2, and all that stuff, but in the meantime, it would be fun to still flesh out the Lunawood... Oh, hey, I didn't delete our garbage pile back there, but anyways, we want to still flesh out the Lunawood lore and story, so like you said, we want to do, more smaller focus parks, maybe, more historically focused parks, think of, Pennsylvania, and older style parks like that, but, so basically what we're trying to say is, even though Lunawood is coming to a close overall in the next few months, we still have a bunch of ideas for theme parks and little amusement parks and little kiddie lands and you abandoned parks still.
And not to mention, when you start a new park, you got new park fever. So
Right, and that's usually you can pump out. I mean, Lunawood, we were pumping out an episode sometimes twice a week and stuff because we were so into it. So, but yeah, no. So overall, like we do have a bunch of ideas. Excuse me. The Planet Coaster itself, like I said, is kind of going through a fun little renaissance period right now, which is making the game just a ton of fun and everything. So yeah, I know that HBK and myself are into it. The Lunawood build team is almost all back into it, or slowly getting all back into it.
Also, real quick, while you mentioned the Lunawood build team, I want to throw a shout out to Mr. Cleve, who has joined the crew. We actually gave him the park, and unfortunately he couldn't come up with anything, but he is part of the build team, and we will get him in here, and I'm sure he'll be happy to build. And if he doesn't, he'll definitely be part of the next park that we get to. Exactly.
Yeah, he messaged us a little bit ago saying, he just definitely wanted to be part of the Lunawood team, or just wanted to get some Planet Coaster builds in. And it was awesome because if you guys don't know Cleve, he has some amazing builds. I used to watch him stream on Twitch all the time.
Me too.
Dude, holy cow, man.
He builds very similar to us. And he has a similar view and similar idea about realism and believability. So
exactly. So he definitely is bringing an awesome game to the build team. But it's funny because funny, but not really, because right when he came into the team was right around the time that I knew I was kind of getting burnt out on Planet Coaster again. So we were like, yeah, here's the park if you can figure anything out. And then I was like, I'm not gonna play Planet Coaster anymore. So if you want to still play it, cool. But so he came in at the weirdest time for the build team.
He did. Basically. And it's a shame too, because he had an idea to throw in another coaster, but it didn't quite fit what he was looking for, and it didn't shape up with the skyline. And he tried building in some other things, and he just didn't have the creative juices flowing. So.
And that's totally understandable because again, right at that point, I was kind of about it. you were all into it, but Fisherman was also getting really involved with Rose Lake Park, which is just coming along stupendously. I love that project. It's such a unique, good project for the Planet Coaster community. So it was just a weird time for him to come in. So again, like HBK said, if he might join us or he might do some builds for Lunawood, which he's definitely welcome to do so if he feels it. But if not, then it's totally easier for a brand new builder instead of being shoved into a park that's 85 to 90% done.
See, that's the other problem too, is because we've been working with Fisherman and SDanWolf helped us out and Mate helped us out, but pretty much me and Drew had this entire vision for this park laid out when it was just the two of us, and anybody else who really built was just kind of, they were given free reign to build what they wanted, but it was kind of basically we have this area planned out, so if you could build under the plan that we have, and that's
so tough for a builder. I get it,
especially when the park is this close to being done. I could understand how tough it would be to jump in a park that's 90% done and be like, oh yeah, you have free reign to build what you want as long as it's within this window.
Yeah, exactly. But it has to be 1970s Americana with panels set. Yeah, you can do whatever you want within those limitations.
Yeah.
But no, it'll be really fun to get. Again, as much as the build team would like to join us for our next builds, we'll get a full group perspective, and it won't just be us two knuckleheads trying to throw something at the wall and hoping it sticks.
And also too, it'll be that much more fun because there'll be that many more people that will be, involved in the planning process.
Exactly.
And everybody will be on the same page from the beginning.
Right, yeah, 100%. So, yeah, again, with all that being said, just kind of a long, detailed way of saying we have a lot of fun new ideas that we want. We have at least, I want to say off the top of my head, at least 5 amusement parks. Very much so using amusement park there, planned out ahead. And, they're not all, again, they're not going to be Lunawood. They're not going to be Lunawood. We're not going to have 13 coasters.
As fun as this has been, that's why it's 3 years and 2 6-month breaks.
It's our magnum opus.
The park is so big, and the next parks are going to be probably, if half the size.
Yeah, we're going to limit it.
They're not going to be 12 coasters. They're going to be probably 4, maybe 5.
Yeah. Right, and a lot of the detail work, like, of course, the parks are going to get all the character, and that's going to be a big thing. The new parks are going to have a lot of character to them. Look up Kennywood, look up Knoebels, look up a lot of old Pennsylvania parks to get ideas. But a lot of the outside section of the park is going to be worked on, like the town and, maybe infrastructure like dams and river, whatever. But so, anyways, we're getting way ahead of ourselves because everyone's like, but y'all, we got to finish this park first, and then come talk to us, all right? Yeah, all right, I get it. We suck, okay? But, so anyways, like we've been saying, I am currently working on the park. I'm also streaming it here and there, so I'm sure most of you don't care, but if you don't mind getting stuff spoiled for next episode, hit up my YouTube, or, this YouTube that you're watching this on. Every once in a while, I kind of am sporadic at the moment, but I've been working on, I'll unveil the name of the ride, I've been working on Cowabunga for the next update there for Lunawood. And I'm not to, again, a lot of it's TMTK items because they're just so good, but it's turning out really well. I like how this area is coming
the
out.
Pictures that he shared in our chat have been phenomenal. Like I said, I kind of feel like I think I said this the last time when you worked on Centerville, and I thought that was your best work. This is up there with it.
I appreciate, and I kind of feel like that too, and I know I'm really tooting my own horn, I don't mean to, but it's funny going between Planet Zoo and kind of rethinking the way you design and build in that game, and just for zoos in general, and then jumping back over to the theme parks. It's fun to carry over some of that design aesthetics with it, and a lot of it's doing just simple terrain work, to be honest with you, not being afraid to move the land up a little bit and make hills and just little things like that. But it's really fun to combine the different building styles and get some stuff out. I'm
sure it's been fun to relearn Planet Coaster too, because I'm sure the game's a little bit different.
That's so funny you bring because it is. It was like Planet Zoo, I always say, is it's not that one game, because the topic always gets brought up, which one do you like better? And it's neither. They both have their characteristics and what they do better and stuff like that. Planet Zoo feels tighter, and some of the controls feel a little bit better. So coming back to Planet Coaster, it was oh whoa, I forgot that you can't do this or this, that, or the other thing. But then Planet Coaster also, you can manipulate the water while it's still in the pool or whatever, unlike Planet Zoo, where you have to take the water out so again, both games have their merits and their downfalls and stuff like that, but it is a bit of a relearning experience coming back to Planet Coaster from Planet Zoo for sure, and then vice versa, going back to Planet Zoo from Planet Coaster. So, but overall, that makes me excited as a player of both of them for the eventual, and I'm going to keep saying it's going to be a thing, because it's going to be a thing. I don't understand why you naysayers are so loud, but they're fun. Planet Coaster 2. Planet Coaster 2 comes out. I am so excited for them.
Oh, that's a day one buy for all of us, and I'm sure no matter where we are and whatever park we're working on, even if we're still working on a park, there will be a Lunawood park in Planet Coaster 2.
Yeah.
And and as soon as that thing is... I don't know that we'll all get the beta, but as soon as that's publicly playable, you guys can expect a Lunawood episode, literally probably next
day
week.
One. Kind of thing. Oh god, dude, can you just imagine? I know you don't play Planet Zoo that much, but just imagine a Planet Coaster game with weather in it.
Oh, I know.
Rain and snow, a snow-covered Iron Wolf, in the an off-season kind of thing, off-season shots. Oh my god, dude, I'm just thinking about it. Anyways, we're getting 3 years ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
So, but it's always fun to speculate and talk about the future, because man, these games are fun right now. Who knows what they're going to be like in, again, 4 or 5 years when the next one comes out. So, but anyways, I think we've jabbed enough. I think we've covered everything.
We've flapped our gums enough.
Yeah, so for the 3 of you that are still hanging out because you fell asleep probably and are now waking up whoa, what, they're still talking? Man, what the hell? Hey, thanks so much everyone for sticking with us with Lunawood, or just sticking with, us, because you like to hear us talk and stuff like that, and you could give a rip about the actual build. I know there's a few of you like that. That's awesome either way. We appreciate you hanging out with us as always.
Always.
Yes, we really do. So,
but we also like to hear from you guys too. So if you have any ideas or thoughts or suggestions or critiques, don't be afraid to mention it in the comments, whatever your thoughts are.
Look at this guy. I taught him everything I know about getting interaction from comments and liking and everything. Look at you. Look at you.
Thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the bell.
We're going to have to get you
get
you a YouTube channel one of these days.
If I had the time.
I know, right. So
I initially wanted to try that out, But just right now, even in the last couple of years, I found that I don't really have the time.
And it does take a good chunk of between building and then editing. Yeah, it does take a little bit of time, unfortunately. So maybe Planet Coaster 2 will get you worked up into it. So, but yeah, hey, thanks so much everyone for hanging out. We always do appreciate it. And like he said, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the fun Lunawood stuff. Again, we have a lot of fun stuff planned for the Lunawood lore in general. If you like Planet Zoo, make sure you subscribe for that and all that fun stuff. And yeah, always hit like there. Helps out the video, helps out the channel. And yeah, you all can expect a new Lunawood episode probably within the next week, if not 2, but probably more on the week side there, because I'm pretty much wrapped up with what I want to do there, so look out for that.
And it looks good. It looks super good. I can't wait to actually see it and get my hands on it and
get
not
the
just look at it in the screenshots. Because
show me. I withhold a few things whenever I share screenshots, so I have to keep some wonder there. So,
yeah.
But cool. Hey, thanks so much, everyone. We really, really do appreciate it. And yeah, for Lunawood, I've been BeyondDrewTV.
I'm HPK.
We'll see y'all next time. Thanks.
Take care.